I think I'm getting to like vol-au-vents. I think I'm developing a taste for them. Let's go to more funerals.
They do have them at weddings too.
Do they? Well, nice we get married around here, so. Girl, you would have used to have said as pretty as she is, only she'll probably have topped herself before ever she gets married.
Me'll probably be the next one getting married round here, as handsome as I am. Do you see all them young nuns today? I'm real.
Who can marry you, sure? Even that no-lit girl in Norway to turn you down.
See, I'm taking a step back now. I'm taking a step back. Like Father Welch said, forgiving you, insulting me.
Oh, I'm sorry now, Verlaine, I'm sorry. It just slipped out of me without thinking.
I suppose it's alright. If only an accident it was.
It was an accident. Although, remember you did insult me there earlier, saying I was brain damaged by a stone as a gauzer, and I didn't even put you off on it.
I do apologise for saying you was brain damaged as a gauzer, so.
No apology was necessary, Verlaine, and I have saved you the last vol-au-vent on top of it.
I'm not overly keen on vol-au-vents coming. You have the last vol-au-vent? Them young nuns were lovely today now, Coleman.
They was lovely nuns.
They must have known Father Welch from nun college or something.
I'd like to touch them nuns, both upstairs and downstairs, so I would. Except for the fat one on the end.
She was a hermit, and she knew.
If Dad was there today, he'd have just gone screaming at all them nuns.
Why did Dad used to go screaming at nuns, Coleman?
I haven't an idea at all why Dad used to go screaming at nuns. He must have had a bad experience with nuns as a child.
If you hadn't blown the bangs out of Dad, we could ask him outright. No, I'm not saying anything now. I'm saying this politely, without any spite at all. But you know well Dad wasn't right now, Coleman, going and shooting down on us. You know. In your heart, you'll always know.
I do know it wasn't right. Not only in me heart, but in me head, and in me everywhere. I was wrong for shooting Dad. I was dead wrong, and I'm sorry for it.
And I'm sorry for making you sign your life away, Coleman. It was the only way at the time I could think of punishing you. Well, I could have let you go to jail. I didn't want you going to jail. And it wasn't out of miserableness that I stopped you. It was more out of, I didn't want to be left all on my own. From this day on, Coleman, this house and everything in this house is half yours again. Is there anything else we should get off our chests now we're at it?
Oh, there must be millions. Crushing your crisps to Skitterville, I'm sorry for.
I forgive you. Do you remember that holiday in Lonesome as Gaza's? And you left your cowboy stagecoach out in the rain. And in the morning it was gone. And Mum and Dad said it must have been hijacked by Indians. It wasn't hijacked by Indians. I got up early and pegged it in the sea.
I did love that cowboy stagecoach.
I know you did. I'm sorry, Fred.
That string of gob I dribbled on you on your birthday. I didn't try to suck it back up at all. I wanted it to hit your eye, and I was glad. And I'm sorry for it.
Maureen Fallon did once ask me to ask you if you wanted to see a film with her at the Crag Palace, and she'd have driven you in page red, and by the sound of her voice, you'd have been on a promise. But I didn't pass on a message out of nothing but pure spite.
Sure, that's no great loss for me. Maureen Fallon looks like a thin-lipped ghost with a hairstyle of a frightened red ape.
But on a promise you'd have been.
Oh, I promise, no, that was nothing at all to go confessing. Okay, it's my go. I'm winning.
What do you mean you're winning?
Do you remember your Kaplunk game?
I do remember the Kaplunk game.
It wasn't Liam Hanlon stole all them marbles at your Kaplunk game at all. It was me.
What did you want with my Kaplunk marbles for?
I went slinging them at the Swans in Galway. I had a great time.
You can't play Kaplunk without the marbles. And that was both a Kaplunk game. That's like cutting off your nose to spot your face, Coleman.
I know it was, and I'm sorry, Valine. So you're go now. You're too slow. Do you remember when we had them backward children staying for B&B? And they threw half of your Spider-Man comics in on the fire? They didn't. Do you know what I did? I did. And I only blamed them, because they were too daft to argue.
There was good Spider-Man comics now coming. Spider-Man went fighting Dr. Octopus in them comics.
I know, and I'm sorry. Sure go. You're too slow.
Eh?
Do you remember when Pat O'Dooley beat the skid out of you when he was 12 and you was 20? And you never knew the reason why? I knew the reason why. I did tell him you'd call his dead mammy a hairy whore.
For feckin' chisel that Pat O'Dooley beat me that day. Almost have a feckin' eye.
I think Pat must have liked his mammy or something. I'm awful sorry for it, Valine.
You do sound it.
Shall I be having another go?
I did once put a cup of piss and a pint of your lager. And you know what? You didn't even know the difference.
When was this now?
When you was around 17, it was when you was up in hospital with bacterial tonsillitis. Around then it was. And I'm sorry for it.
I do take your poutine out of its box each week, drink the half of it, and fill the rest back up with water. 10 years this has been going on for. You haven't tasted full-strength poutine since 1953.
And you're sorry for it.
I suppose I'm sorry for it, aye. Making me go drinking piss. I don't just anybody's piss but your own.
And you're sorry for it, you're saying?
I'm sorry for it, I am feckin' sorry for it, haven't I said?
Well, I suppose it's alright to be sorry for it. Although, you don't sound feckin' sorry for it.
You can kiss my feck and our so Valine if you don't. I'm taking a step back now, so I am. I'm sorry for watering your poutine down all these years. I am now.
Good. Well, is it your go now, Carmen, or mine?
I think it might be your go, Valine.
Thank you, Carmen. Do you remember when Alison O'Halion went sucking that pencil in the playground that time? And you were to go dancing the next day, but somebody nudged that pencil, and it got stuck in her tonsils. And by the time she got out of the hospital, she was engaged to the doctor. They wrenched it out, and she wouldn't go giving you a feckin' sniffing. Do you remember that now, Carmen?
I do remember.
That was me. Nudged that pencil. Wasn't an accident at all. Pure jealous I was.